The nightmare just had to come true, didn't it? I did have a feeling that someone was going to dominate and leave no doubt this time, but I wish it didn't have to be Alexa who had to be on the receiving end of domination. This really hurts, man, to see her, you know, prove everyone wrong, conquer that Goliath the first time around, win the title, and then lose in the end when they ran it back and lose the way she did dominantly. It's painful. If only Michael Bell, instead of giving Alexa a 10-8 round, if only Michael Bell would have just given Alexa Grasso round four, Grasso would be 2-0 over her. We wouldn't do this trilogy and we would move on. And maybe Grasso would lose to someone else after, but we would move on. I wouldn't have to suffer through seeing her lose, giving the win back to Valentina. And yeah, in the end, Valentina kind of won, not just the fight, not the overall battle, but even just the whole talk in general with her saying, I'm better, and she got lucky, I should have never lost. She got her way, She kind of proved all that talk to be true, which, yeah, I'm devastated. I'm like at a loss for words. I'm just shocked I'm not shocked that Val won. Like, I was worried for a reason, but I'm not shocked that she won. I'm shocked at how horrible Alexa Grasso looked. And I'm shocked that Alexa literally had nothing. And I mean nothing for Valentina Shevchenko at all. Her boxing looked worse than it did in the first two fights. Fight 2, Val figured out the boxing and kind of outstruck Grasso in moments. But even still, Grasso looked good on the feet in the second fight and dropped her, was landing good jabs. In this fight, she was missing with every single punch, getting countered with that check hook of Valentina Shevchenko, getting punished every time she tried to engage. And then Valentina would just literally take her down whenever she wanted. And outside of a few submission attempts from Alexa, where Alexa would go for an armbar or a triangle choke, outside of that, she had nothing to offer, which really surprises me. With Alexa Grasso being the younger fighter, it shouldn't have went the way it did. I know Valentina is Val. I know she's still good. I know she's the greatest of all time, okay? I understand. Val is the best, okay? I give her full credit where credit is due. I have absolutely no excuses, but I'm just shocked at the fact that I'm just shocked that the younger fighter came back worse, couldn't make the adjustments, despite arguably being 2-0 in this fight series. But the older fighter seemed to make more improvements, more adjustments, and completely dominate. This could have been Grasso, who could have purely dominated the fight. Instead, it was Valentina Shevchenko. Wow. But hey, Valentina is an all-time great, like Amanda Nunes. So, again, I'm not shocked that she won. I'm shocked that the fight wasn't the slightest bit competitive at all. That Grasso couldn't show anything. Like, is Grasso washed? Like, her hands, the way she looked in that first fight. Look, I know Val may have been off on the first time they fought. Don't get me wrong. But Grasso at least looked really good. Like, Grasso had the perfect performance the first time they fought. You know what I mean? Her hands looked great. I know maybe the shock factor was there, but even with her getting taken down as many times as she did, Grasso showed an ability to get back to her feet. She was at least able to stuff a good majority of takedowns. She gave up 4 takedowns, but she did also stuff a good amount. Her takedown defense wasn't horrible in the first fight, and her striking looked good. She was in control of the stand-up in the first fight. The second fight, not so much. But again, had her moments on the feet, was defending some takedowns, slammed Valentina, you know what I mean? Dominates, like when she takes down Val in the 5th round in the second fight, she keeps her down, holds her down. But then in this fight, she gets a takedown in the 5th, but Valentina reverses position. Like, I just can't fucking believe it, man. That this was just easy work. My spirit is crushed tonight. Irene, then her. And it would have been nice to see Sean win, but whatever. I'm not that mad about the Sean fight. But I am definitely very mad that Alexa won, but I'm not making excuses. I'm not going to beg for an automatic fourth fight. There's no need. Valentina proved to be the better fighter and proved that she unfortunately would win this fight series 9 out of 10 times. Which that does fucking bother me because I just couldn't stand Valentina talking all that shit about how everyone knows I won the last fight. Everyone knows I was winning the first fight. How she was salty, how she was a sore loser, and she couldn't fucking get humbled. Oh well though, I mean, Man and Furo will get the job done against Val. Well, I can't say for sure, maybe Val will get the jump on her, but at least with Manon, she has takedown defense. She's big. And I don't see Man and Furo getting ragdolled like that. Now, maybe on the feet, I don't know. Maybe Valentina might piece her up standing, but Manon has a good chance striking with Valentina because she's taller than Shevchenko. I think she's got reach on Shevchenko. So I think Manon would be a good challenge. Maybe I'm sounding salty picking Manon because Val dominated my girl. Yeah, I mean, honestly, who knows if Valentina ever loses the belt again. She might just defend and then retire on top like Amanda Nunes, but Val strikes me as the kind of person who will just keep going for years to come. So I think she's actually going to stick around longer and lose again eventually. I just can't say how soon it will be. But you know what? Grasso may have not won tonight, but in the end, I was still right about Alexa Grasso. I predicted her to beat Valentina the first time. I said she was a future champion. I said she would be the first female Mexican-born champion. Okay, I knew Grasso would reach the top of the mountain, and she did it. Now, it sucks that it had to be a one-off. It sucks that she couldn't beat Shevchenko twice, and that she didn't get to have her own reign to herself. It sucks that she was tied down to this fight series with Val, and it had to result in her, fucking losing the rematch to Shevchenko or the trilogy to Shevchenko. It really sucks, but hey, I will take the win just as much as I'll take the L. I'll take the L tonight, but last year, 2023, March 4th, DJC Combat was victorious. I got to see my girl become the champion. That's what I wanted. I got to see her dethrone Shevchenko. That's what I wanted. She was the champion. This may sound like cope, but at least Alexa Grasso was champion. Maybe she'll never be champion again. Most likely not. Just seeing her performance tonight, she'll most likely get outstruck by Man and Furo. She'll definitely lose to Natalia Silva now. I take that back. Silva probably beats her. If you can't handle the wrestling of of Valentina, you're not handling the wrestling of Erin Blanchfield, and Blanchfield is beating her, so I don't know. I don't know what the UFC is going to do with Alexa, where she's going to go from here, but she'll be back. I know it. I can't say if she'll be champ again, but I do think that Alexa Grasso, I think she'll bounce back. I mean, as far as like who should be next for Alexa Grasso, I mean, I want to look at these rankings in the women's flyweight division. Honestly, if Rose does defeat Erin Blanchfield, make Rose Namajunas versus Alexa Grasso. And before I was saying, Grasso would win that for sure. But now I'm not so sure. If you're struggling with the range of Valentina and missing and getting countered, I don't know. Rose could give her problems. Rose could grapple her as well. But Rose can't win 3 fights in a row. So if Rose does win against Erin, then maybe Grasso might be in luck and win that. But Grasso-Rose, that was a fight that I've wanted to see for years. I'm a fan of both, so I wouldn't be mad at seeing that fight. Or maybe they can do Alexa Grasso versus Caitlin Sermonara. I mean, Macy Barber has kind of wanted this one back for years, but Grasso might be able to, where she couldn't beat Valentina twice, she should be able to beat Macy Barber twice at least. But yeah, congrats to Valentina Shevchenko. Tonight's your night. I'm not going to talk any shit. I'm not going to be doing any coping. I'm just going to take the L on the chin. I'm going to accept it. You can't win them all. And I mean, if you fight the greatest of all time that many times back to back with, a couple fights with that said great person being that tough, you're bound to eventually take an L to them. And I mean, the fact that of all people she lost to was Valentina Shevchenko, there's really no shame. But yeah, I'm done talking. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.